All right, our next pantry staple we're gonna make here is a digestive tea, and it's got 5 simple ingredients here. We have our licorice root here. We have some dried chopped ginger. We have some peppermint here. We have some fennel seeds, and we have slippery elm. If you haven't seen that before there. So each of these properties here, herbs here, we're gonna place again in our mason jar. They all have different digestive benefits. And again, it's one of those ones that you want to have on hand. That way, if you need it, it's there. You can just grab it. You can make yourself a cup of tea. I love a cup of tea in the evening here. We're gonna put even parts of all of these in there. So the licorice root, again, we've seen a bunch of these herbs repeating themselves again here. This guy here helps with digestion. It helps in so many different ways. If you were a kid growing up and you like licorice, you will love the flavor of this in your tea. We have our ginger. Again, we're putting 2 tablespoons of each of these herbs into our tea mix. Perfect. Our peppermint here. Again, I can start to smell that already here. 4, 5, and 6. And as you're playing with your recipes, if you like more of one or less of another, you can play with it. Just knowing your benefits here. So again, slippery elm, that's got a mucilaginous property into it. So when it gets wet and it gets a little bit slimy, and if you think about it as it's going down your throat, through your esophagus into your stomach there, it's almost like it's coating the lining and giving you those health benefits all the way through there. And then we have our fennel seeds. And seeds we do need to break up. So if you had a mortar and pestle, you could use them. I've got a coffee grinder here. We're just gonna give a quick little pulse here. So we're gonna add those 2 tablespoons worth of fennel seeds into here. Perfect. And it's gonna be noisy for a second here. Let's give it a little brine, break them up there. But fennel seeds here have an incredibly relaxing benefit on the stomach and all the muscles. So that way, if you are having any stomach issues or any constipation, that's gonna help relax that all in there. Again, we have an absolutely beautiful tea. We'll put a jar on this guy here and we'll store it in there. When you go to make, all I smell is licorice right now from that fennel. There'll definitely be a cup of this happening later on. When you go to make your cup of tea, you're gonna take a tablespoon or 2 of this. You're gonna put it into your tea strainer. You're gonna add your hot water, and you wanna let it sit and steep for a good 15 minutes. You wanna extract everything out of there. You wanna make sure there's a lid on top of it when it is being strained there or created. We don't wanna be losing anything up into the air, and we wanna keep it nice and hot. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna set that aside. We have our digestive tea here. It's all ready to go. Again, this is all about having these pantry staples ready and on hand, so that way when you need them, they're ready and available.